Before we start, just a quick note. I didn't add subtitles or voiceover to this video because YouTube now does it automatically. You can choose your language from the settings and watch with subtitles or even with voice translation. All right, let's get into the video. Welcome to English Podcast Academy. Hi, I'm Olivia. It's so good to see you again. You're here, and that means your English is growing. Grammar doesn't have to be stressful. Not here, not now, not with English Podcast Academy. Here's what's in this video. First, I'll teach you the simple future tense with 6 short, helpful tips. Then, we'll practice speaking together. You'll say every sentence out loud with me. And finally, we'll finish with a relaxing story about tomorrow. Let's go. Tip 1. Use will plus base verb to talk about the future. When you want to say something that's going to happen later, not now, but in the future, you can use will with the base form of the verb. The base form means the original verb, without any changes. For example, call, visit, eat, go. You don't add ing or ed, and you don't change it for he or she. Let's look at some examples. I will call you. That means I'm not calling you right now, but I plan to call you in the future. Maybe later today or tomorrow. She will visit tomorrow. That means she's not here now, but she's coming tomorrow. The good news is, you don't need to change anything for different subjects. You can say, I will help. You will help. He will help. She will help. We will help. They will help. It's always the same. Just will and the verb. This makes it one of the easiest ways to talk about the future. You don't need to memorize different endings or special rules. Just say will and then the action. That's it. Let's try one more. They will eat dinner at 6. That means their dinner is not now. It will happen at 6. So remember, if something is not happening now but will happen later, just use will and keep it simple. Tip 2. Use be going to plus base verb for plans and intentions. When you already have a plan or you've decided to do something, even if you haven't done it yet, you can use be going to with the base verb. This shows that the action is in the future and it's something you've thought about or prepared for. For example, I'm going to watch a movie tonight. That means you've already decided. Maybe you chose the movie or bought the ticket. It's not a surprise or a last-minute idea. It's a plan. They're going to travel this weekend. That means they already made the decision. Maybe they booked a hotel or packed their bags. It's something they are planning to do soon. You can use this structure with any subject. Just remember to change the verb be to match the subject. I am going to eat. You are going to eat. He is going to eat. She is going to eat. We are going to eat. They are going to eat. And after that, just add the base verb. No, ing, no, ed. Just the simple verb like eat, go, visit, play. Here's another example. He's going to start a new job next week. That means he already knows about it. It's not just an idea, it's his plan. So when you want to talk about something that's coming soon and you've already decided to do it, be going to is the perfect choice. It's like telling the world what's next on your list. Tip 3. Will is often used for promises or decisions made at the moment. Sometimes you decide to do something right now while you're speaking. You didn't plan it before. You didn't think about it earlier. It's a fresh decision. In that case, we use will. Imagine someone drops their books on the floor and you say, I'll help you. You didn't think about it before. You just saw it happen and you decided in that moment to help. That's why we use will. Or maybe your friend sends you a message saying ... "Where are you?" and you reply, "I'll be there soon." You're making a promise or giving them some hope that you're coming. It's not just a plan. It's more like a promise. So when you want to offer something, promise something, or decide something right away, will is the word to use. Let's look at a few more quick examples. It's cold in here. Okay, I'll close the window. That was a quick decision. You heard the problem and responded. Can you fix this later? Sure, I'll do it after lunch. Again, a promise made right in the moment. Just remember, if you're reacting to something or making a decision while speaking, use will. It shows that you're ready to act now. Tip 4. Use time words to make it clear. Tomorrow, next week, in an hour, soon. When you talk about the future, it's super helpful to use time words. These words tell the listener when something will happen. Without them, the sentence might feel a little confusing or incomplete. For example, he will arrive in 10 minutes. Now you know it's not just sometime in the future. It's very soon, 10 minutes from now. Or, we're going to eat at 7 o'clock. This tells you the plan is for exactly 7. You don't have to guess. You know when the action will happen. Some common time words for the future are tomorrow, next week, later, soon, in a few minutes, in an hour, tonight, and next month. Let's try a few more examples. I'm going to call her tomorrow. This means the plan is for tomorrow, not now, not next week, just tomorrow. They will start the meeting in an hour. So the meeting is not happening yet, but in 1 hour, it will begin. Using time words helps people understand you better. It makes your sentence complete. And it shows that you know when something is happening, which makes your English sound more natural and clear. So, whenever you talk about the future, try to add a little detail about time. It can be short and simple, but it really helps. Tip 5. Negative form. Just add not. When you want to say that something will not happen in the future, the easiest way is to add the word not. That's it. Just put not after will or after be in going to. Let's look at the first one. I will not go. This means you've decided not to do something in the future. Maybe someone invited you somewhere, but you don't want to go. You're saying no in a polite and clear way. You can also say, I won't go. This is the short form of will not. It's more common in speaking and sounds more natural. Now let's look at going to. She isn't going to join. This means she had the chance to join. Maybe it was a plan before, but now it's not happening. The verb be changes with the subject. I am not going to come. You are not going to stay. He is not going to call. We are not going to play. They are not going to wait. You can also make these shorter. I'm not going to come. He's not going to call. They're not going to wait. And with will, it works like this: I will not help. You will not eat. She will not speak. We will not start. They will not finish. Or in short form, I won't help. She won't speak. They won't finish. So, just remember, when you want to say no about the future, use not. It's simple, clear, and works the same way every time. Tip 6. For questions, start with will or are you going to? When you want to ask someone about the future, you usually start with will or are you going to? These question forms help you find out about someone's plans or what they think will happen. Let's look at the first one. Will they come later? You're asking about the future. You don't know if they will come, but you hope they might. This is a direct question using will. It's short and clear. Now look at this one. Are you going to study tonight? This is more about someone's plan. Maybe they said earlier they wanted to study. Now you're just checking. It sounds more personal, like you know there was a plan and you want to confirm it. So how do you use them? If you use will, the question starts with will, then the subject, then the base verb. Will you help? Will she come? Will they call? If you use going to, you start with the correct form of be, then the subject, then going to, and then the base verb. Are you going to eat? Is he going to play? Are they going to leave? Let's try a few more. Will he be home tonight? This is a simple future question. You're asking about a possibility. Are we going to meet tomorrow? This shows you think there's a plan, and you want to be sure. These types of questions are great for making plans, checking details, or simply talking about what's coming next. So, when you're curious about the future, just start with will or are you going to, and you're already on the right path. Time to speak. Say each of these with me, out loud. I will call you after lunch. She will be here tomorrow. We are going to watch the game. They aren't going to the party. Will he answer the phone? I won't forget this. Let's repeat the last two, period. Will he answer the phone? I won't forget this. You're doing great. Now listen to a short story using the future tense. Tomorrow will be Sarah's first day at her new job. She's excited, but also a little nervous. She's going to wake up early, make her favorite tea, and take the train into the city. On the way, she'll listen to some calm music and go over the notes she made about the company. When she arrives, her manager will meet her at the front desk. They'll shake hands, and the manager will smile and say, "Welcome, Sarah. We're happy to have you." Then they'll show her around the office, pointing out where everything is and introducing her to her new team. She'll meet her co-workers, and everyone will say hello. Some will ask her where she's from or what she used to do. She's going to try her best to remember all their names. Even though it might feel like a lot, she'll stay positive. During the day, she's going to learn how the office works. She'll sit through a short training session, take a few notes, and ask some questions. At times, she'll feel unsure, but she won't give up. She will take a deep breath, smile, and remind herself, "I can do this." By the end of the day, she'll feel tired but proud. She will have taken the first step. And tomorrow, she'll do it all again, just with a little more confidence. That's the simple future tense in action. You've just heard how we use will and going to talk about what's coming next. Every time you listen like this, your English becomes clearer and more natural. I'm Olivia, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.